Welcome to the deep dive. If you're trying to keep up with, the whirlwind pace of digital assets, we're here to help make sense of it all.
That's right.
Today, we've got a mix of recent news, Bitcoin's up, big regulatory talk, a really unsettling crime story, and some security worries.
A real snapshot of the current crypto landscape.
Exactly. So our mission today is to, connect these dots for you, see what it all really means.
Absolutely. You've got this huge wave of optimism, but then these stark reminders of the risks involved. Let's unpack that.
Okay, let's jump straight in. The big headline, Bitcoin hitting a new record, over $111,000 on May 21st. What's really pushing this?
Well, the main thing seems to be investor confidence, specifically around potential regulations coming out of the U.S.
You mean the Genius Act?
Precisely. That's the big one people are watching. It's focused on putting some rules around stablecoins.
Right. The crypto's tied to, say, the dollar, designed to be less volatile.
Exactly. And the market seems to see progress there as a really positive sign, sort of paving the way for broader acceptance.
And you can see that optimism in the numbers, can't you? Over $3.6 billion into U.S. Bitcoin ETFs just in May.
Yeah, that's a huge number. It's actually the biggest monthly inflow since back in January.
Wow.
So it really underlines this, renewed positive feeling. Investors seem to be betting on a clearer, maybe safer regulatory future.
Okay, speaking of regulations, that Genius Act is making headway in the Senate. What's the significance there, beyond just stablecoins?
I think the key is the bipartisan support it seems to have. It suggests maybe a growing agreement in Washington that something needs to be done. Clear rules are needed.
So it signals a potentially less hostile environment from the government.
Potentially, yes. And connecting that back, it seems to be giving the market a real boost, as we saw with the price.
And it's not just the federal level, is it? Texas is talking about creating its own strategic Bitcoin reserve.
That's right. And it sort of fits with other moves, even President Trump's executive order about a national strategic Bitcoin reserve.
What's the thinking behind that? Governments holding Bitcoin.
The idea is basically treating Bitcoin like, a national asset, similar to how governments hold gold reserves or other strategic resources. It's about recognizing it as something potentially valuable on a national scale.
Okay, but let's shift gears because there's a really stark contrast here. This news about the arrest of the crypto king. Kidnapping, torture, allegedly over Bitcoin access.
It's deeply disturbing, yes. The details are awful. 3 weeks held captive, brutal violence, all allegedly to get access to a Bitcoin wallet.
Just chilling.
It really highlights, unfortunately, the dark potential. The tech itself isn't good or bad, but the anonymity features, that can be exploited for terrible crimes like this, raises huge questions about personal security.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another risk area, cybersecurity. The DOJ is looking into a cyber attack on Coinbase.
Yes, an investigation is underway. Hackers apparently got into a third-party system connected to Coinbase, not Coinbase's core systems directly, it seems.
And demanded a ransom.
A $20 million ransom, reportedly. The crucial thing Coinbase stressed is that user passwords and, importantly, crypto keys weren't compromised.
That's a relief, but still.
Oh, absolutely. It's still a major wake-up call, isn't it? It underlines the constant threat and just how vital robust security is for these exchanges and everyone using them.
So putting it all together,
Yeah.
we have this massive enthusiasm, prices hitting records, driven by hope around regulation.
Right.
But running right alongside that, these really serious risks, violent crime targeting holders, and these persistent cyber threats against the platforms themselves.
Exactly. And they aren't totally separate things. You could argue the push for regulation, making crypto seem more legitimate and valuable.
Also makes it a bigger target.
Potentially, yes. More value, more attention from criminals and hackers. It's a complex dynamic.
So, for you listening, it really paints a picture, doesn't it? Huge potential, undeniable growth, but also significant dangers lurking.
It's the reality of this evolving space.
Which leaves us with a big question as things develop. How do we strike that balance? Encouraging innovation while making sure people and platforms are actually secure. And what does that mean for everyone involved? Something to think about. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.